Oh, I was about to touch it. Figured it out. Look at this. Stopping for him. Because there is a wide shoulder that I know the car's not going to use. It's going to cut this person off behind us and then slam on the brakes. Oh, this is fun. That was not fun. Well, good morning, folks. It is a balmy 42 degrees. I'm starting out at 82% today. Today is just a little jaunt around the Saginaw area. I'm starting here in Bay City. I'm going to go get a car wash, and I'll show you guys what that looks like in a Tesla. Then I'm going to Essexville, then up to Kawkawlin, then out to Midland, down to Saginaw, and then the hotel. I'm going to try to do today and tomorrow without charging, and I'll charge the next day on the way home. I hope that it's going to work out that way. I should be okay, considering I'll get to the hotel at 60% today. It'll probably be less than that because Sentry Mode's going to run at every one of these stops. That's just the way it is. The car wash is 6 minutes away, 1.6 miles. So let's get out of here. I'm using the hurry profile with my 20% offset. I like the way the car performs better at 20% than 40%. And I forgot a facility. There's a new one that I'm going to today. It is also in Midland, so it's not going to change the length of the route too much, maybe a mile or two. Car is not going to do this correctly, so I will do it manually. All right, what you have to do is put the car in car wash mode. But to do that, you have to be in park or not moving. So then you put it in car wash mode, enter it, and it locks everything, which is kind of nice. You can drive the car up to 10 miles an hour. Once you hit 11, it'll automatically exit car wash mode. I like to fold my mirrors in here because these brushes tend to push them in, which is not good for the mirrors. This guy can guide me in, and that's going to be beautiful. And you stop and you enable free roll, and then you're in neutral. That is the whole thing. So keep the car below 10 miles per hour. It locks the charge port because whenever you touch it, it opens if the car is unlocked. Walk away door lock is off so that they can get in and vacuum and do all the things that they need to do. If it's one of those places where you drop the car off and walk away. Automatic wipers are off because the windows are going to get wet, so the car is not going to wipe it. Park assist chimes are off in case somebody's in here cleaning. It's not going to freak them out. Sentry mode turns off. There's no need for sentry mode in here because all you're going to do is create a bunch of events. Climate is recirculating, so the air inside the cabinet is recirculating instead of all the mess outside coming into the car, so your car doesn't stink. Make sure the frunk and the trunk are closed. And those big brushes like that, they're going to touch the mirrors, and that pushes them in. So just to be safe, just fold the mirrors in. Once you're done, you can unfold the mirrors. And you touch that, and you're good to go. You got to put your foot on the brake, put it in drive, and then out you go. So I'm going to pull over here because I need to edit my route. But just exit car wash mode and you're back to normal. Or you could have driven up to 11 miles an hour and then it would have exited all on its own. All right, all fixed. So now we're going to Essexville, then Kawkawlin, then 2 in Midland, then down to Saginaw, and then the hotel. And now the arrival time is at 61%. The battery was a little bit colder. It found that extra energy, and we're good. So off we go. I hope you guys enjoy the ride. I had to edit the route. The car was driving me over toll roads. I forgot that there's a sneaky bridge that you have to pay to go over. And I don't want to go that way, so I'm going to go around it. Because it costs like $10 to go over it, the bridge. That's not $10 worth of rerouting. So I'll do the rerouting. Oh, I was about to touch it. Figured it out. It was doing 36 and a 25. Go if you're going. Fuck you're doing. So that was one wheel press. Car put on his blinker and just sat here. It could have sped up a little bit if it wanted to go forward. There was a van sitting in our blind spot, but we could have turned. We could have made the lane change. So it was just sitting there with his blinker on. I turned it off. Look at this. Stopping for him. All right, slow means you can go, though. So I'm going to press on the accelerator. I don't think it was going to go. It wasn't acting like it was going to go. It's going pretty fast through here, but whatever. So I don't think the car can see it. But it's riding on the white line. And it's super faded. But I can see it. The car's not showing it. So it's too far over to the right. And there's a person walking up here. And it goes around. It even went over the yellow line there. That's beautiful. Same situation. There's the white line. Now it can see it, and it knows it's too close. And that's a little better. Nope. We're gonna keep going. The second entrance is the correct one. I mean, it probably could have gotten through there, but I wasn't gonna do all that. I just got my car washed, and that was a dirt drive. Dirt parking lot? Yeah. Let's see, there was one wheel press for a blinker being on when it didn't need to be. Like the car turned it on and just didn't perform the maneuver it wanted. There was one disengagement there because the car was going to turn into the wrong spot. There we go. I got here at 79%. Says the next place is 23 minutes, 16 miles away. Should get there at 73%. That was 13 miles. It took me 34 minutes. I did stop and get a car wash, though. Yeah. I'm going to knock this place out. I'll be back in just a second. All right. All done in there. Sitting at 78%. I'm going to be at 73% when I get to the next facility. It's 24 minutes, 16 miles away. Let's press the button and get out of here. Oh, this is fun. That was not fun. That wasn't good. The car started braking there at the end, but it was way too late. So that was a disengagement. I'd say that one was pretty critical because it wasn't going to have time to go around that car with the oncoming lane. And it wasn't going to stop for it either. Like, I'm okay with the car passing things on the road that are stopped or going slow, but the car needs to slow down and assess the situation first. You can't do that either. Oh, yes, you can. I probably should have left that. That one was my fault. I should have trusted the car on that one. I didn't think that merge lane was that long. Of all the times I've come here, I've been to this place a lot. This car has passed it probably 2 or 3 times, and it's pulled in there a bunch of times as well, so completely correctly. It's a half a mile away, and we're still trying to pass somebody. We're just going to be rude now. I'm not going to let this happen because there is a wide shoulder that I know the car is not going to use. It's going to cut this person off behind us and then slam on the brakes, and that's not going to be good. So I'm just going to do it. We're not going to find out today. Sorry, folks. All right. So that drive was 16 miles. It took 22 minutes. We used 233 watt hours per mile. So far today, I've driven 29 miles. That drive was not the best. Um, there's a semi parked half in the road. The car could see the oncoming lane, and I know it could, but it was gonna just go around either way. And then at the last second, it decided, oh, I can't make it, and it applied the brakes. But at that point, I was already stopping the car. So, oopsie poopsie. This last one, it could have gotten in behind the person it was trying to pass, and I would have let it be. When it got itself into that little gap, and then I knew it was not going to get over to the shoulder of the road to make a right-hand turn, I wasn't going to be rude and force that person to slow down. So I took over. So that was 2 disengagements on that ride. There were no other wheel touches, though. I'm going to knock this place out. I'll be back in just a sec. All right, finished up in there. Next place is 21 minutes, 16 miles away. I'll be there at 68%. I'm right now at 73%. See how the car handles getting out of here today. Oh, and the sun is shining again, so. Look at that. Almost all the way. And there was a car behind me. So right blinker, last time it changed its mind for some reason. Not yet. And now we can go. Perfect. Much better, much better. And it didn't turn into the shoulder. It turned into a lane. We are plodding along because it thinks the speed limit is 25. It is 55. It is a half a mile. I'm going to let it be. It still thinks it's 25. This one's 4 miles, so I'm not going to let that stand. So I'm going to go up to 62. The car will get there eventually. So that's 1 wheel press on this leg. Car's not going to get there, so I am going to press on it. That trip was 17 miles. It took me 21 minutes to do it. I used 245 watt hours per mile. So far, I've driven 46 miles. I'm down to 67%. The next place is 4 minutes away. It's 1.7 miles. So close. I could walk there. It says I'll get there with no percentage lost. Anyway, this is my first time here, so I'm going to knock this place out, and I'll be back in a sec. All finished in there. I'm sitting at 67%. The next facility is less than 2 miles from here, and it's 4 minutes away. I'll get there at 66%. Sentry mode does a number on the battery. It's just the way it is. They say that there's an improvement coming where it doesn't use both computers. It only has to wake up one to actually record the footage, which is supposed to help with the battery drain. Hopefully that's coming soon. Whatever. Off we go. We are deep into this facility. I'd be really curious. I'd be pretty impressed if FSD got me out of here. And things like that, that hesitation right there, if it had just backed up a little bit further, it would have made it without any issues. And it's turning the wrong direction. Should go that way. I'm going to let it do what it's going to do. Yeah, it's stuck. But it's backing up and getting me out of here. Good for it. All right, and it's going right this time. So it messed up, but it found its way out. Well, let me make sure it finds its way out. It's got it. There's two cars coming from the left, or sorry, from the right. Well, it's a UPS van, so it was going pretty slow. Car did the right thing. Not this one. Not this one. That's the employees. FSD was going to use the wrong entrance. This one. Okay. Whatever. I was hoping it would drive past this because it always slows down here, but it's ruined. It's ruined. That's the first time it's messed this one up. All right, so one disengagement. Not the end of the world. It was just going to turn into the wrong place. Leaving the parking lot of the last facility, it went the wrong direction, but still, not a big deal. That drive was completely fine, I guess. See, that drive was 2 miles. It took me 5 minutes. I used 211 watt hours per mile. It seems like such a waste. So far today, I've driven 47 miles. I've used 11 kilowatt hours, and we're sitting at 66%. Next place is 24 minutes, 15 miles away. I'll get there at 62%. I don't know why this is so funny to me, but whatever. I'm going to knock this place out. I'll be back in just a sec. All right. It is getting really late. It would take me about a half an hour to get to the next facility, but I'm starving, so I'm going to stop and eat, and that would mean it's going to take me an hour to get to the next facility. So I'm going to go get some grub. It is 12 minutes away, 7.9 miles. I'll get there at 63%. I'm sitting at 66% right now. So let's go get some num-nums. Technically, this is wrong. It says do not enter there. They want you to go all the way around and come out here and then leave. Why, I don't really know, because it looks like it's a 2-lane road. Are you stuck? Object and path detected. No. There's nothing in front of you. You got it. All right. Yeah, that was pretty uneventful. So, yeah, I'm going to grab a bite to eat. I'll be back in just a sec. All right, I'm going to try something new. I dropped a pin in their parking lot because the car always tries to take me here, which tries to park me here, but their parking lot is there. So I dropped a pin and I'm going to navigate there. I'll get there in 12 minutes. So, yeah, let's hold this and get out of here. Now, this is usually a busy road. We clear after a second car. Oh, and there's nothing coming. Go, car, go. Sweet. That almost never happens. Car almost never catches these speed tables. Oh, as soon as I say that. Nice. Oh, and it's seeing the other ones? That's great. I have reported those a few times. Maybe they fixed it. That would be wonderful. There's one more. Yeah, it's catching this one too. That's amazing. So glad that's fixed. Okay, so normally it would be trying to turn left here, and it's not. So yay. Because I've tried to fix this building's pin multiple times on Google Maps, and it hasn't. They've just never done it. I don't know what's up with that. But if it turns into this parking lot, I would be a happy camper. Oh, it is. So that's the way I can do it. That's awesome. I'm sure it's not going to go anywhere. Yeah, it would have been great if it parked, but I will take that over having to drive that last tenth of a mile because we all know I'm lazy. Yep. So, how I did that is I just picked a spot on the map. Well, I did at a stop, and then I did the name of the facility, and then I just hit enter. And it brought me pretty close. And I zoomed in as close as I could, and then long pressed on the screen. And then you can add that to your route. So that's the way to do that if you want to go to a specific spot or if the map data is wrong. Whatever. I got here at 61%. The hotel is 13 minutes away. It's 5.6 miles. I'll get there at 59%. Oh, I'm so ready for today to be done. All right, I'm going to knock this place out. I'll be back in just a sec. All right, I'm super forgetful, so I forgot to turn the camera off at the last facility. Came out to a dead camera. I just drove 11 minutes and let the camera charge, so now I'm going to record the outro. Sorry you missed that last section. Absolutely nothing happened. It was a boring drive. It was 6 minutes. Took me 11 minutes to get here. I used 196 watt hours per mile driving here. Today I drove 69 miles. I used 16 kilowatts. I left this morning at 82% and I got here at 58%. So today was pretty efficient. I liked it. Tomorrow's pretty much going to be the same thing. I've got 3 facilities tomorrow and then a hotel stay. And then I'm booking it home the day after that. So that's all that I did today. I don't think today's drive was too off the wall crazy, except for when the car wasn't going to stop because there was a truck half in the lane and there was oncoming traffic and the car just wasn't going to stop. That was the craziest thing to happen today. It was going to stop at the last second, but right as it was putting on the brakes, I also put on the brakes. So the car probably would have stopped. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for me. If you liked it, like it. If you disliked it, you know. If you think someone else will like it, share it with them. And if you really liked it, hit subscribe to see more. So if you have any questions, thoughts, comments, concerns, just leave them down in the comment section and I'll get to you as soon as I possibly can. So thanks for watching. Deuces. The people who watch more than just my most popular short, they're the people who understand what my channel is about. The people who just watch the most popular short, while I love them to death, they don't understand what I'm doing.